Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Spire, the Ascension Mode Mini Series. This is all 45 levels of Ascension Mode. We will be trying to finish all 15 levels with all three main characters in the game. That is of course the Ironclad, the Sun and the Defect. Right now we are sitting on level 3 on the Defect, and this is my third attempt. I think the first attempt didn't go too well. The second attempt I made it all the way to the final boss, which was the Awaken one, and I had a power based deck with mummified hands, so I just insta lost. I think I mentioned it in a daily actually recently, so if you guys saw that, you will know what I'm talking about. For now though, let's jump into this level 3 Ascension Mode 1 on the Defect. Now the Defect, I still think is one of the strongest characters in the game. I think he's just harder to use in Ascension Mode, but in like dailies I find him to be almost too strong. You know what I mean? You know when something just feels a little bit too strong? That's kind of how I feel when I play as the Defect. I just feel sometimes, you know, he's just that little too much. I'm gonna take a turbo here. It's always good. I mean, Barrage not bad. Loop's okay, but I'm scared about taking Loop because of the scary situation of encountering a I'm encountering the Awaken one. These are all. I'm not take. These are also. This is just 4 damage for 1. It's so bad. You know, give me the explosion potion. Let's move along. That might come in handy later on. Awesome. Play. Give me good cards. I would love a claw. I would love a core surge. I'll take a core surge. I'll take a claw. I'll take a generic algorithm. Wow, we got 3 out of plays on that, and those are big plays. Like generic algorithm, getting it very early like we did, is always good. It's never bad. It's never bad. Now, I think that was our second combat, or was it our first combat? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna take auto shields. If it was, as long as I don't get a combat now, which we didn't, we're gonna fight an elite with 1 HP, which is really good for us, especially on Ascension Mode. It's a free relic basically. So all you're doing really is you are trading in your Now's Element for a free relic if you can make it to an elite, which is always good. Now we should definitely upgrade something, and I think it should probably be Core Surge / Claw. I'm gonna start with Claw because we've got very few cards in the deck right now, so we could potentially start maneuvering this one into the direction of a Claw daily. So I'm gonna hit the Claw, I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna pop the Zap, I'm gonna end my turn. Now we go all in. So I'm gonna hit the Core Surge, Claw, Strike, the friend play, and I did that because I wanted to get the extra bonus damage on the claws, because the claws, they're gonna keep that bonus damage. Even though he didn't take the damage from the attack, the bonus damage from the claws still builds, you know what I mean? So that's why I was all about that. So I will play more defensively this turn specifically because I don't want to take too much damage here. And now we want to go big on the damage front. Unfortunately we got unlucky with the card draw we got, but it's okay. We didn't lose the decks, which could be interesting. It actually worked out very well for us, but the claws are just getting like ridiculous now. So this is why we would love more claws in the deck, and we would love to potentially remove a lot of the cards in this deck and just go for a claw based deck. If the opportunity arises, I think I'm just going to heal up. I don't care about the max HP that much, and the relic isn't worth the sacrifice. Not that it's really like a sacrifice per se, but the fact of the matter is I will probably net gain more out of just going for what I'm going. I will take FTL because of the claw potential synergy here. I will receive an injury card. I will upgrade a card in the deck. I'm going to upgrade the other claw. So now both our claws are upgraded, which is insanely strong. It means our claws now are insane. Like the more claws we get and the faster we get them out, the better we find ourselves in the position we will. I'm going to hold off on using that skill card. I don't need it right now. And I would much rather save it for the boss fights. So this is Ascension Mode. Remember, the big thing to remember about this is, and something that I might not always bring up, is that this is Ascension Mode, and Ascension Mode isn't easy for a reason. So yeah, you gotta be careful. I mean, look at these sentries. They're hitting for 10 damage each. I mean, just think about that. Let that sink in for a second. 10 damage each, guys. That's ridiculous damage. Ridiculous damage. Now, our damage getting split up like this is becoming a big problem for us, because I need to start doing massive damage really soon, or I might find myself in a little bit of a bad situation. At this point, I will use the skill card and I'll use it for an equilibrium. Even though I keep the injury and dazed, I need that block. I need to try and mitigate a little bit of the damage I'm taking right now, because he's probably dead next turn. Almost guaranteed, especially if we draw a claw, and then we can just do that. We could have actually hit this guy in the back and then defended against this guy and then let the lightning do its job, but I decided to go for the more like kill play. Obviously you have to go seek. Now I think I'm gonna upgrade seek here instead of upgrading or instead of healing, which it could be scary. I'm not gonna lie to you, it could be very scary depending on what enemies we get and how we get it. That could be insanely scary, but for now I'm just very happy that I got at least one claw out already. The deck is not too big, only 20 cards, you know, it's a good amount, so it's not too bad. You do 28 damage, that's pretty much impossible to I think we're about to tank a really big hit, but if I go claw into maybe zap, I could potentially make this happen. So I'm gonna use the blow up potion right now, even though it's better because it will do 10 to both the enemies. Having them just have 10 less HP, I think, is definitely the route I would prefer to go. So I'm actually gonna play the turbo here, even though it's kind of bad for me, and I'm gonna start going to town on these guys. Now these boss times, they are not easy. Let me just point this out right now, in case you guys have not yet encountered these boss times on Ascension mode. They are insanely strong. They do a lot of damage. They're very tanky heroes. They're not heroes, what am I saying? This is not Dota 2, Jason. As much as you might think it is, or even potentially hope it is, it's not. I'm gonna go for the defend and pray. Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Those are 2 HP enemies. Potentially easy to deal with. So, dual cost. Okay. I will claw this, actually. Even though I could potentially have clawed this guy for big claw damage, I'm gonna go for the more safer play. As I said, and I'll say it again, this is Ascension mode. This is not a normal daily. This is not a normal run where you can do stupid things and be more risky to play. You gotta play smart, you gotta play aggressive, and you gotta know what you're doing. So he's dead. We've already won the run, but I will finish him with a super claw, and it feels good. So what do we want? All for one and we go. Oh, my boy Electrodynamics shows up. I'm gonna take Black Star, but I think Nuclear Battery was the correct choice. 6-minute floor, not too bad on the speed front. Ooh, I'm liking that path a lot. I'll go through 2 shops. With the amount of money I have, 2 shops are kind of viable. Very bad opening hand for us here. Extremely bad. So what do we want to do? We want to use the shops to either A, there's 2 things we can do, right? So option A is remove, I didn't play generic algorithm in the last fight, I think, which was obviously a big problem because generic algorithm is obviously it's much more useful to just play it, even if you get nothing out of it, to just play it. So that was potentially a pretty large mistake on my side, but I'm gonna live with it for now. I'm gonna take a big hit here, and then we get the claws, so it don't even matter. Those claws are so good. I'm gonna skip these, I think. I just added Hyper Beam by accident. Oops. I was not looking, I was not paying attention. I thought, oh, that's actually such a critical mistake that I just made. I'm extremely, I apologize actually straight up. That was such a big misplay on my side. That was actually such a big misplay on my side. Holy crap. I hate this relic. This relic is the only relic you can miss. That's so horrible. That was actually such a big misplay on my side. I feel atrocious right now. I feel so bad. I feel like I fucked up big time. You know what Hype Beam is? Does super damage. Give me a Thunder Strike, I guess. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I need to draw it right now. That would kind of be unfortunate. Okay, this is where you gotta ooh, how do we want to play this? Oh, I'm gonna pop that, and I'm gonna pop that, and then I'm gonna go defend me for 15, and then I'm gonna go claw, strike, lightning, 6 damage coming. Give me a Core Surge. Beautiful. I'm gonna go FTL. I'm gonna go seek. I'm gonna seek out a auto shields and a turbo. I'm gonna play the auto shields, play the turbo, play the Core Surge, I'm going to play the Strike, and defend and defend, and the Lightning will do its job. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you are done, my good friend. Beautiful. That was actually insanely good. Capacitate is very tempting. I'm just worried about taking too many powers because I've made the mistake obviously many times in my life of oh, this is a bad one for us because this guy actually kind of hard counters our deck since we have the claw based deck, so we do a lot of little damage that builds up a lot of time. So that's actually kind of a really bad position for us. I'm gonna pop the vulnerable on this guy. This guy's very frustrating to fight, so I just want to do as much as I can to him as quick as I can. Okay, so we're running into 20. He's got 3 more turns of vulnerable on him. That's extremely doable. Oh, but we got so unlucky. I'll play the leap, play this, and then play the beam sound, and play 1 capacitor, I guess. Give me Boash. We did only take 2 there, which is really good for us. But we still tanked so much damage on that fight. Let me quit it. I'm gonna rest up before I fight the elite. I don't want to fight a second floor elite, especially on Ascension Mode 3 with 2 little HP. That could end really bad, really quick. So, popping the strength potion immediately is what I think I do. And then you're gonna go claw. And then this will do 29. It's not enough. It's a lot though. I think since we got a lot of attack cards, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm in the rare situation where the damage I do with my normal attacks is way better than any damage I could ever potentially do with the oh, it's so unfortunate. That not killing is actually such a big deal. It's so much more than I would ever be able to do with. I could have played the capacitor for fun, I guess, but it really doesn't matter. And now it all of a sudden instantly matters. So that's what you get. You say something don't matter and the game's like, excuse me, do you know who I am? Anyway, we're still in an okay position right now. We're not dead yet, which is, if you think about it, the most important thing. I hate you more than life itself right now, Mr. Boy, but it's okay. So HP wise, we're in a bad place, but I took a path that had a lot of race spots because I knew that this was gonna happen. Because I've played Ascension Mode enough to know that Ascension Mode, they wreck you. Ascension Mode, they're not afraid to wreck you. Is all I'm gonna say. Ascension Mode, especially like once you get to Ascension Mode 3 and it starts going up from there, it gets really difficult, really fast. So I'm gonna seek and I'm gonna go find out electrodynamics and I'm gonna go find our probably. I mean, I need turbo, right, to be able to play everything anyway. I can get a claw. Should probably get a claw. So I'm gonna go claw, electrodynamics, generic algorithm, and that's gonna give me a lot of block that I'm hoping is gonna pay for itself. At the electrodynamics is like absolutely 100%, no doubt in my absolute mind, and no one can ever convince me otherwise. My favorite card in the entirety of Slay the Spire. It's just so good. I mean, yes, I'm gonna take fucking like 23 damage now, and that really does suck, and I'm not gonna deny that fact, but I think it was still the right play to get ahead of the curve in the way I did it. So who knows, maybe I regret it in the future. It's definitely plausible, especially with what's happening. Also, I'm adding too many cards to the deck, so the claws are starting to get diluted too much. So definitely something to keep in mind, that I need to remember this is a claw deck. At its base, this is supposed to at least be a claw deck, so I'm supposed to build it around the claws. If I don't build around the claws, I'm kind of defeating the purpose of the deck. So let's just keep that in mind and realize you've got 4 claws in the deck now. You are building a claw deck whether you like it or not, so definitely something to keep in mind. Oh, we need having Seek is so good for us now. Man, like adding Seek was 100% the right choice. 100% the right choice. I'm very happy I decided to add the Seek to the deck, because just being able to find electrodynamics on the first turn every turn is potentially going to be enough to just carry us all the way, and I'm not even kidding. I actually thought maybe, just maybe, if I had enough energy, I could use the Hyper Beam and it would have killed. Now, I would be happy if I can get the Self-Repair to show up right now, because they're all gonna die. It did not happen, unfortunately. But yeah, if I would be really, really happy if the Self-Repair showed up there. That would have been really good for my deck and really push the deck to the next phase. But pretty much right now I'm in a kind of a lucky situation because I know exactly what I need to do. You just go find extra dynamics and then you find what else you need. So like here we're going to want to block. So you get generic algorithm, right? So you go like this, you go like this, and you go like this, and then you have enough block to not take damage, but you also have the electrodynamics out. It's so nice. Like all we need really to push this deck to the next level is straight up just more energy. If we have more energy to start with, which is insane that we have this many relics and we have 0 energy, by the way, I think that's some absolute bullshit. And I'd like to speak to my lawyer about this, but anyway, it is what it is. Oh, that claw draw. The claw draws are so good. So I'm very happy with this deck, and I'm very happy with where we are right now, and I feel like there's the potential to go all the way. But what you need to always keep in mind, and it's so important, as I've said many times, I'll say it again on Ascension Mode runs, is that it is a Ascension Mode runs. These are not easy. These are not made to be easy. So I'm going to find Capacitator, and then that's 3 energy. This is so hard because I want to use electrons and I want to use everything here, but I'm scared that if I draw a card with FTL that it is like a self-repair or storm or something. We should probably just get a free card. No, we should get Capacitator and then a free card because, yeah, Capacitator and a free card because that's all we're going to be able to play. Okay, so give me the Claw Plus then. Okay, so we start with Capacitator and then you go Electrodynamics, then you go FTL. You hope you don't draw anything you... Oh, you played too many cards. It's fine. Double energy. Okay, now this electrodynamics was so big for us because we're going to be able to push the wrong button again. I do that often. I messed up here, so no perfect fuzz here because I can't play the game is the main problem, but it's okay. Hype Beam. Oh, that's beautiful. You can kind of just keep that. Honestly, I have zero desire to have one of those in my deck. So. You know what? Go for it. You keep that Hyper Beam for as long as you need it. I guess I shouldn't even be worrying about things like perfects here in all honesty because this is, as I've said, Ascension Mode. Oh my word, these claws are going to get out of control, game. It's going to be ridiculous. Look at this. This is beautiful. I'm having a beautiful situation right now. I'm having a great time. The deck is super strong. It's super synergistic. It does everything you want it to do. It just feels delicious when you do it. Baby. Give me that Seek action. So, if I can... I need to draw this, Storms. We need to draw this stuff then. Okay, so how do you want to do this? You go Claw, Seek, Claw, Claw, Double Energy, Storm, all for 1. Claw, Claw, Strike, Beauty, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He was going to be dead to the Stone Remnant regardless, and I feel like suddenly I'm in this position where the run feels won. I feel like, you know what, we've won. There's no reason to try hard anymore. It's done. It's easy. No problem. So all we need to do is make it to the final boss, and it is of course Dono and Deku, which is kind of bad. I don't have a lot of block in this deck, so Dono and Deku are actually going to be a very strong and intimidating fight for me. I think I'm going to start here, and I'm going to take all the question mark boots. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You know what is so beautiful about this? You do stuff like this, right? You go Claw, because you can, and then you go Seek, and then you seek out Electrodynamics, and you seek out a... I mean, seeing out another Seek's not going to do anything. Once I upgrade it, it will be so good. You know what, I will take a turbo, actually. Play the turbo. Play this. Play this. Play this. And then play this. Yeah, sure, we're going to take a little bit of damage, but who cares? Not me. Not me. I care a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I take it back. I didn't care before. All of a sudden, I care. I went from this position of not caring at all to the sudden position of caring a lot. I think we still got them, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we literally still got them. Easy. Very easy. So easy. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful one. Having a great time right now. I don't think I want any of these, honestly. I mean, Tempest... It's not bad. Let's add Tempest. We can get a double energy Tempest plays potential. Oh, this guy. This guy is always funny. So I punched him before. Designer Inspire. I punched him and I got nothing. So I'm just going to lose the 90 gold and remove a card and upgrade a card. So the card I want to remove... We should remove something that when we see we're always like, oh, Hyper Beam. Let's remove Hyper Beam. If we remove Hyper Beam and Zap got upgraded, it's like it was meant to be. I'm not losing all my gold for shitty relic. It's not happening. Interact. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's see. So over here, I'll take a Finesse. What have we got here? I'll take a Master Strategy. What have we got here? I'll take a Secret Technique. That was a great one. That one was beautiful. Love it. Fight a boss. Upgrade all cards you can no longer heal. Or healing is important. Or gain a billion money. But get 2 normalities. I don't want 2 normalities. I think, you know what? Just let me fight a boss. It's the boss slime. Revenge for turn 1 / our opening hand. So it's not too bad. Play the Storm, obviously. Play the Turbo, obviously. You play the Claw, obviously. You play the Capacitator, obviously. You play the Zap, obviously. And then you go Seek. And you go Seek out Electrodynamics. And you seek out a Claw. And you go Electrodynamics, and you go Claw, and you go Genetic Algorithm, which I should be using all the time, but I don't, because I'm a fool. Because I'm a fool. And now we've got so much lightning, we just don't care. We got so much lightning, we just don't care. Yeah, baby. It's a song, I wrote it myself. What do you guys think? It's great. It's the greatest song you've ever heard in your life, hey? You can be honest and tell me it's the greatest song you heard in your life. I don't mind. I won't judge you. You know I won't judge you because I know it's the greatest song you've heard your whole life. Probably just want to find an FTL here. We want to obviously use the FTL here. We can use the Secret Technique, find the Finesse, use the Finesse here. I mean, dual costing is better. Then we can play Tempest, and then this will be done. Beautiful. So beautiful. You know, give me another Electrodynamics. I love it. I love Electrodynamics. Man, Electrodynamics is my favorite card in the whole game. I don't care what anyone says. Electrodynamics is my favorite card in the entirety of Dota. Wait, this is not Dota, this is Slay the Spire. Electrodynamics is my favorite card in the entirety of Slay the Spire. I'm so confident I will fight an elite. That's how confident I am in this run. I am actually so confident in this run now that I will actually just fight an elite. That's just how it is. You know when you know? You know when you guys know? I know you've had it, you know? Those times you just knew. You were like, I know. I know, and this is one of those moments. I happen to know. So I'm going to play the Turbo, obviously. Play Capacitator. I'm going to play the Electrodynamics. I should have searched out a Storm, so I'm going to do that now. And then, oh, let's see. He's doing 13. Do I want to perfect this guy? Or probably don't want to take damage against him at least, so. Storm is 1, and I would love to get a Claw, actually. We can get a Master Strategies. Let's get Genetic Algorithm, so play Storm. Play Genetic Algorithm, I will Tempest for 1 because 1 is better than none. That's a great logic. 1 is better than none. We only did 25 damage on the first turn. That's actually a big deal, especially in the deck I've built here for myself. As you all know, I've built a very specific deck. Do I want it perfect? I don't know. I don't think I actually care about perfect now I think about it. So our damage output's a bit slow right now. We need to up our damage output. And that focus potion is starting to look very tempting. But this is what I was kind of thinking was going to happen, right? Eventually I was going to start drawing claws. And I knew that if I ever get to the point where I start drawing the claws, then the damage is going to start skyrocketing. Skyrocketing. So I wasn't too worried. A little bit worried. Not going to lie. I'm not too worried. Machine learning. Play one of these. And then strike up. Okay, our damage is a bit slow. I'm going to be honest, our damage is a bit slow. I might need to look into this. But we're going to heal for 14. So even if we take damage, as long as we can keep... Oh my goodness gracious. Sweet bowels and Mary Jane's fire. And of course, I'm weakened too. So that's actually a pretty big deal. Okay. We are now getting to a point where I need to start getting a little bit worried here. So... That's so much damage. That is... Why do you do so much damage? I don't understand for 1 second why you do this much damage, my good friend. Obviously play all the defensive cards you can play. As long as it's the defensive cards you can play, you play it. Time to focus potion. We should have focus potion way earlier than this. Man, okay, I did not see this coming. This guy just suddenly hitting for infinite, what almost feels to me like infinite damage. Now these claws better show the fuck up. Okay, they kind of like... My entire strategy right now revolves around these claws. You need to understand, game. If these claws do not work, I am fucking dead. Defect. He's dead to stone thing. Thank goodness. But holy shit, that damage. You guys see that damage? You got to add more claws. If you're not adding more... I should have upgraded. I forgot I had Fairy Fire. And by Fairy Fire, I do of course mean this little thing. I'm gonna get a shop. Look, elites are tempting, don't get me wrong, right? So like you see an elite, you think about it, you're like, you know, elites, they can carry me all the way to victory, they can carry me to destiny, etc, etc. Other stories, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all of those involved. And then you think to yourself also, but wait, there's more on Dragon Ball Z. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z right now, that's why I'm talking about it like a fool. So what you want to do, we start off with a little bit of turbo action, you go into a little bit of capacitor action, you go into a little bit of tempest action, you go into one generic algorithm, you go into one of these, and you just be happy, and you know it, and you clap your hands. Right? That's how it works. Something like that. So now, after that fight against the head, I'm actually extremely worried about Donin Decker, because I just realized that my dex damage output is extremely slow, which obviously is a big problem, because you don't want slow damage output against Donin Decker, because the longer the fight goes on against Donin Decker, the more damage they do. So our cards we get at the shop are going to be very important for us. Very important. What? I don't know, double energy. So I would prefer, if possible... I think it's time to upgrade electrodynamics. I think the time has come to push the button, as they say. You know, give it to me. I'll do it. I'll do one more elite fight. I'm okay. Look, sometimes in life, you just gotta man up and make those risky plays. And today's the day. Today is the day where I man up and I make those risky plays. Okay, so we're on turbo. Now we need to think. So you guys doing a trillion damage. So we of course we don't want to take any of that if we don't have to. So let's get Jerry Algo, right? So you go like this into that, into that, into that, into temp. I messed up. I did not play that correctly. That was a big mistake on my side. Oopsie. So we might take a little bit of damage here. I'm not gonna lie. By little I mean a fuck ton. I messed up. I was supposed to play the generic algorithm. That's why I went and fetched it. But you know, I'm stupid, as you all well aware. And I made a little miscalculated error, as lots of people do, when they play games. But in the same thing, they are all going to die next turn, or one of them at least. I was really hoping for self-repair to show up, but it's okay. We get two things out of that. And now Barrage is looking very sexy. Okay, so we want capacitors. We didn't get any capacitors, okay. Ancient T set. I don't have card draw. Do I have reboot? Is card draw? Virus thing I don't think is good. I'll take Ancient T set, and I will take another turbo, as well as the. I didn't get. I think the weak, and I'll take this too. I think that's fine. I think I played this okay. And now our last encounter. Heal to full, lose 10 max HP, or receive a lot of money, lose gold medal. Give me a lot of money, I guess, but I mean, I don't need the money right now. And now we can smith our final card. Our final card I'm going to smith is going to be Storm, because I want to Storm my opening hand. And now I'm going to gamble this entire run on Electrodynamics. Woo, let's go. Okay, so start off, play Storm, 100%. Then play Capacitor, 200%. Now next turn, go Seek, search out Seek, and Electrodynamics. Straight up just play Electrodynamics. Just get that done, you know. First thing you do, get rid of Electrodynamics. Now we're going to go Seek again. And now we have to actually think. We have lots of options here. We have a lot of options here. My heart is telling me that I should just get all the claws I can get and just go full claw action right now. I think, yeah, I'm actually just going to do that. So I'm going to get all the claws I can get. And I'm just going to go full damage on this. And yeah, sure, I'm gonna take 1 billion damage here. That's just how it is. We need to accept it. But right now we're trying to race, and getting those claws out earlier means that our damage output is slightly higher earlier, and that's what's the most important part. You gotta master strats here. This is like no doubt. Then you claw, then you play one of these, and you play one of these, and you play one of these. As I said, I got a damage race here, so I need to do more damage faster than they do damage. So I need to tank a little bit of damage to the face to make sure that I can get through their damage faster. So I'm going to start with double energy. I'm going to use cool-headed. I'm going to use FTL. I'm going to use a strike. I'm going to use a claw. And I'm going to play a generic algo. And then I'm going to end my turn. And I'm going to take electrodynamics. So if we survive this attack, which I think we will, because oh, that's actually kind of bad that we didn't take damage there. It's actually ironic for the first time because now we actually wanted to take damage there, so that kind of backfired on us a little bit. Reboot this. Claws, baby. We got a single claw. It's not too bad. Okay, so one will die, but we are so close to death that we need to be very careful here. One will die. Yes, that's so big. That death is so big. We lost the claw out of it. That sucks, like big time. That sucks the big one, as they say. I'll be the first to admit, but I think potentially we're still in the clear here. It's going to be close. It's going to be a very close Ascension Mode 3 one, but Emotion Chip is coming through in the clutch fast in the final last minutes of the game. Again, Emotion Chip coming through and wrecking the game. Emotion Chip. We won this because of Emotion Chip, by the way. I just want you all to know this Ascension Mode Level 3 one was won thanks to Emotion Chip. Sponsored by Emotion Chip, and it all is about the Emotion Chip. Man, that was a nice Ascension Mode 3 victory. Ascension Mode 4 unlocked. Really good Emotion Chip. That Emotion Chip might single-handedly have won us today's daily. Without further, that is another Ascension Mode Level 3 done. We are now heading on to Ascension Mode Level 4's next. Very, very difficult. The bosses are stronger, which is really insane because if you give Donut Deck a little bit more strength, I'm pretty sure I had lost this run. Without further ado, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. This is the mini series after all Ascension Mode. All of them beautifully set out for you to be able to watch. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I will see you in the next ones. This is taking very long to record, obviously, because I suck at the game. So I fail a lot, and it takes 6 to 7 recordings per episode. Some of them are very lucky. I got a first turn win, or the first round win with the silent, so I was very lucky on the silent. This was my third run on the Defect, but the Ironclad level 3 took like 17 or 18 runs, so you know it can vary. It very much varies, and it takes a lot of time because every single episode I record is 30 minutes to an hour long if I make it to beyond or further, and if you lose, you scrap it and you start again. So I really would appreciate a like on this video or a little subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time with more Ascension Mode mini series runs. I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, see you next time.